Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Carla, and in today's video, we are tackling a critical topic that can make or break your financial health, which is handling derogatory items on your credit report. These negative items can make your setback on your credit report, but don't worry, we have some strategies to manage, and sometimes we even can remove them from your credit. So let's dive in. First off, it's crucial to understand that having any derogatory marks on your credit report is something we want to avoid at all costs. We never want any those derogatory mark on our credit report, but if we get it, we just need to try to handle it as best as we can. But because like I said, I mean, life happens, and sometimes you don't have another choice, and it is what it is. So these marks appear and you have to deal with it. So what do you do if that happens? That's the question. Let's start with late payments. These are perhaps the most common negative items that you might encounter, because as simple as you forget one of them, I mean, and you don't fix it on time, the financial institution is going to report it. And this is really bad because basically this late payment stayed in your credit for 7 years if you don't take care of them. If you miss a payment, it's vital that you act as quickly as possible. Contact your credit issuer immediately to discuss the alternative to reverse the late fee. And something this can even lead to reversal the late payment mark itself, and it will help you tremendously on, I mean, not showing up on your report. You can have some kind of agreement with the issuer and go from there. That way you can fix it on time. But if you are not aware and it hits your credit, then it's going to be more complicated to deal with it. It's essential to keep all your payments up to date to prevent late payments from happening. Set reminders or automatic payments to ensure everything is paid on time. Remember, consistency is the key to maintain a clean credit report. So just keep in mind those kind of details, because I mean, at the end of the day, it hurts. I know that it can get overwhelming when you are handling multiple credit cards, but if you can design a system that works for you, maybe a spreadsheet or something like that, that you have all of the details that you need, and then you start setting reminders for yourself or an alarm or something that worked for you, it will be much easier to handle. You will see it gets better. I know it's overwhelming at first, but you can handle it. Now let's go talk about a little bit about high credit utilization. This isn't a derogatory mark per se, however, it can negatively impact your credit score. Try to keep your balance low, ideally between 1 to 4% of your credit limits. Always, I say this, so keep this in mind. I will keep preaching this because this is the ideal scenario that you need to focus on. And if you just set your mind that that will happen, it will happen. So just keep working on that. So if you are struggling with a high debt utilization, consider a personal loan or a balance transfer to a business credit card, as these won't count as your personal utilization. So that's why it's important as business separate from not as sole proprietor. That way you can keep those things separate and just have a clean personal credit report. If you are finding this video helpful so far, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn off that notification bell. That way you can be notified every time I upload a video. Please comment below, share your experience about this subject. Have you have any experience with the derogatory mark in your credit report and how you handle it? So I would love to hear from you about this subject. Oh, and don't forget to join my free VIP group that I'm hosting on the school platform. I'm going to leave the link below in the description box. Detailed discussion and tips on the financial journey. It can be personal or business, and I will see you there. Coming back to the subject, hard inquiries are another area where people feel concerned. Remember, not all inquiries are equal. So, for example, if you are mortgage or car shopping, multiple inquiries within 14 days period can't count as just one. However, just keep in mind that don't get crazy with this subject because you never know. But you also can use this in your favor. That way you can be in the safe way and not go above that period. That way, those inquiries, it's going to show up as another inquiry in your credit report. If you are trying to minimize how many times your credit is pulled during this process, then, or this search of your, shopping, mortgage, or car, to avoid unnecessary hits in your credit or to your credit, just focus on try to do it as sooner as possible, because like I mentioned before, if you do it in this time frame, it won't hurt your credit every single time. But be aware that just try to be careful. Don't get crazy with this process, because a lot of people don't understand, and maybe they forget, and okay, I want a car, and then um, they lose track of the time, and they have multiple inquiries on their credit, and that's going to affect the credit score every single time, because those are considered hard inquiries, and it's going to take some points down. Another derogatory mark is charge off and collection. These two are severe derogatory items that occurs when you fail to pay an account. So basically, the creditor writes off the debt and sell it to a collection agency. If this happens, it's crucial to not acknowledge the debt or make any payments until you have confirmed it's valid. You have to be aware this is really tricky. If you cannot, if you cannot negotiate and get an agreement with the financial institution, the whoever is the creditor, before they sell it to collection, then you have to be careful, because sometimes these people is going to call you, and just it might sound as an harassment, just coming back to you because they want to make the money or get paid and make the money that they already purchased, even though they purchased those charge off or write off debts for pennies. That's how they make their money. So because you paid them, but you have to be careful, because paying sometimes can inadvertently renew the debts timeline on your credit report, which is not good. So that's why we don't want you to deal with the collection company or collection agency, because there is some trick systems there that there is some strict system there that can mess up your credit without your knowledge. Because it's like when we talk about like reading the small lines, well, that's how it works with them. It's a process. When you need to pay or deal with a collection company, there is a process that you need to follow to cover yourself, because they're gonna do good for them. They don't think about you. They just want to get the money from you, and that's about it. They might not delete the charge off from your account. They might, so you have to be really careful with the process, because it can be tricky. It's easier to handle this directly with the creditor than with the collection agency. So just keep this in mind. That way, it doesn't hurt you too much in your future, or if this happened to you, because yeah, this is really tricky. Another one is repo or repossession and foreclosure. The impact on your credit can be devastating with these two. These are really tough call if you get in this type of derogatory marks in your credit. So if you're facing challenges that might lead to repo, which is repossessions, reach out for help early as possible. As soon as you understand that something is coming up, or you might have to deal with it, because understanding your rights and possible violations by lenders or repo agents can save you from a wrongful repossession, and that will hurt you tremendously in your credit. So be careful with that, because definitely it can be painful. Foreclosure has a large effect on credit score too. These occur when you don't pay a mortgage for so long time that the lender decide to kick you out of the house, basically. And usually after 4 months of delinquency, that's it's on your credit. They give you a little bit of time frame if you are going through a situation. That's why we always say try to talk and speak or get an agreement with the creditor directly, because they give you a grace time, but after that, it's done. And take that out of your credit report I believe it's not impossible, but it is really, really a pain. Lastly, ensure that all your personal information on your credit report is accurate. Everything in there. That's why I keep saying that you should review or manage, monitor your credit report constantly. I mean, a lot of people just do it once per year, something like that. I mean, you have a free one with annualcreditreport.com, but you also have different ways to get credit reports from time to time, and you don't have to pay. There is other option that you can pay for monitoring apps or something like that that keep you posted or keep you updated with everything in your report, which is a good idea too. But just consider this, because just checking once a year for me is too much to deal with. The point here is like incorrect information can lead to a mixed file or identity thefts, that issues that we are trying to avoid here. So I mean, everything matters in the financial world. You have to keep eye on anything. And I think you should care about this because it's part of your life. Regularly check your report and dispute any inaccurate or discrepancy or outdated information. Handling derogatory items on your credit report can be challenging, but with the right approach, it's manageable. Trust me, it is. So, I mean, I know the situation can be overwhelming for a lot of people. Oh my God, I have these and I need to deal with it. Yes, that's true. I mean, you can get overwhelming, but it's manageable. You can do it. You can do it yourself. You don't have to go to pay to any other people or company. You have to be patient, that's for sure, but it can be handled. You have to stay vigilant or with payments, disputing errors, and understanding your rights. You have the power to improve your credit situation in no time. That's it for all. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe to my channel, and join my free VIP group, which I'm going to leave the link below. Keep fighting your financial freedom, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.